Kankara in Katsina State last Friday have all been released unharmed. They will undergo necessary medical tests before they are released to their families. We also wish to thank the governments of Katsina and Zamfara states, and indeed all Nigerians and friends of Nigeria. Let me be clear. What happened in Kankara and in Chibok and that before it is totally unacceptable. Our children should not have to go to school in trepidation. Federal government continues to do everything possible to secure all our schools and indeed all Nigerians. And we will not relent until all Nigerians can go to bed at night with their two eyes closed. The release of these schoolboys is a testament to the importance that this administration attaches to the security and safety of all Nigerians. There is no government in the world that will not face the challenges of security at one time or another. No government in the world is immune to terrorist attacks. What stands any government out is the way and manner it responds to such challenges. For example, school shooting has been a recurring challenge in the United States of America. Between 2010 and 2020, almost 200 school children were killed and many more injured in various school shooting incidents. Needless to say that the world's most powerful country suffered a tragic terrorist attack in September 2001 that claimed almost 3,000 lives. In France, between 2010 and 2020, 286 people were killed in various terrorist incidents. And in New Zealand, in March 2019, 49 people were killed in shootings at two mosques. I have given these instances to support the fact that no nation, no matter how powerful, is immune to security challenges. Back here in Nigeria, the abduction of the Kankara School Boys marked the second of its kind under this administration, coming after the unfortunate abduction of 110 schoolgirls in Dapchi, Yobe State, in February 2018. Just like the good news from Kankara, all but one of the kidnapped schoolgirls in Dapchi were rescued unharmed. And in 2014, 276 schoolgirls were abducted by terrorists in Chibok, Borno State, out of which 112 remains in captivity after this administration rescued over 100 of the schoolgirls. Let me state here that the administration of President Muhammad Buhari will continue to do everything possible to prevent the recurrence of these school abductions. But we also make bold to say that we have moved with speed and determination each time we have faced the challenges of school abductions. And the results attest to this. Each time this has happened, we have always accepted responsibility rather than be in denial. And that has made all the difference in whether or not the abducted school children have been recovered. We will not relent until all those who remain missing in Chibok and Dapchi are united with their families. Irrespective of the security challenges that we as a nation may be facing at this time, They are not insurmountable. We can only appeal to those who are quick to politicize the issue of security to desist from such. The reactions in certain quarters to the Kankara incident was most shameful. Some Nigerians went as far as denigrating their government and country in the most uncouth and irresponsible manner. They simply threw decorum to the wind and allowed their emotions to take a better part of them. When disasters and tragedies strike, people come together. We hope the naysayers have learned their lessons. And we hope those who have started trading and politicking with the hashtag Bring Back Our Boys can now go home, as our boys have been brought back even before their dubious campaign could take off. We congratulate parents and guardians of the 344 boys from Kankara who will soon unite with their children and wards. We congratulate the government and people of Katsina State, and indeed all Nigerians. Once again, we thank all our committed and patriotic security and intelligence agencies. I thank you all for your kind attention. I will now take your questions. The children were kidnapped by bandits, not Boko Haram. The attempt by Boko Haram to claim responsibility shows how decimated and irrelevant Boko Haram is becoming daily. And I can tell you that it's not the first time that Boko Haram has sought to link up with the bandits or has sought to take responsibility for such kidnappings of bandits. So there is absolutely no doubt as to those who kidnapped the children were bandits. Secondly, we know that the Boko Haram sent out videos to give the impression that they were in charge, that they did the kidnapping. Absolutely not true. At your question to negotiation, it's a pity that, Felix, anytime you hear negotiation, you hear money. No. There was no money that changed hands. Negotiation does not necessarily mean there will be money. There are a lot of back channel negotiations that take place in this kind of situation anywhere in the world. So, Felix, there was no money that changed hands. They were released unconditionally. The third question was, why is the president not visit the school or the parents? And my answer is very simple. What the president was doing, even though on vacation, was coordinating the entire operation. Oh yes, we're going to have differing opinions. But I think the president took the best course, which is the most important thing, ensuring the safe release of these children within the fastest time possible. Thank you. Who participated or not. But I said we appreciate the contribution of all friends of Nigeria, all patriotic Nigerians. And I also said that there were a lot of back-channel interaction. And that is, I think that's as far as I'm ready to go. Thank you. I think I will repeat once again. There was no ransom was paid. Secondly, I don't know how many of you followed this saga. The truth of the matter was that our security and intelligence agencies were completely on top of the situation. 24/7, our platforms, both on land and in the air, were monitoring the location and the movements of the insurgents. So it was a case that they had no choice than to surrender. Pure and simple. Now, as to the issue of Boko Haram was seeking relevance. Boko Haram was seeking relevance by trying to appropriate to themselves the handiwork of the bandits. So the issue of Boko Haram does not even arise in the Kankara issue. A lot of fake videos were being sent out by Boko Haram to give the impression that they were still relevant. No. This is not the first attempt by them to try and link up with with bandits. They tried before now, and it didn't work. So don't have any doubt in your mind. One, Boko Haram is weakened. Boko Haram is seeking for relevance. And what they do is try to, appropriate and give the impression that they are still a potent force. Yes, I think even the governor of Katsina yesterday and today said 344 children, schoolboys have been released. And that's, to me, that's an authentic figure. See, don't forget that there was a lot of uncertainty as to the number of schoolboys that were actually kidnapped, which is not unusual because many escaped, many didn't return back. But what is very certain is that 344, not only that 344 were returned, but those are all the children that were kidnapped. As to whether there were foreign collaboration or not, I think I've been very clear when I said we thank all Nigerians and all friends of Nigeria. Thank you very much. The security and intelligence forces were on top of the matter, so not just the military. And I think I said it, both in the air and on land, Nigeria was, the security and intelligence forces, they were on top of the matter. Right. Now, there's nowhere in the world that you don't negotiate with terrorists or criminals. Especially when they have 344 of your children. We don't want an operation to be successful and the patient to die. What would be our glory if we killed all the terrorists or those that were in that place today and we lost 100 children? We will not be here today. As to what is going to happen to the bandits, we should leave that to the security agencies. What is important today, matter at hand, is to rescue those children. Fighting terrorism, fighting security, it's an ongoing business, and you apply both kinetic and non-kinetic approaches. Thank you very much. Don't let's compare apples with oranges. In 2014, not only was this administration not in charge, but circumstances were completely different. You can't expect us to come back a year after the girls had been kidnapped and expect us to do the kind of negotiation we did yesterday in Dapchi. Like I said in the text of my press conference this morning, I said the important thing was that it happened in Dapchi, it happened in Kankara. We took responsibility. We did not live in denial. And that we were fast, we were prompt. So there are two different situations. The last leg of your question says that you believe that money changed hands. Money did not change hands unless BOV